Hello, my name's Dominic Frisby, and today we ask whether there is ideological bias in BBC radio comedy, and to what extent. So I was interested in submitting an idea for BBC Radio 4. They have comedy commissioning rounds maybe once or twice a year, and I had a look at the brief, and there was all the usual stuff about diversity and appealing to young people. Why do they bother? Young people are not interested in BBC Radio 4. They should focus on not alienating existing audiences. But anyway, so much of this brief is based on identity, and I'm the wrong age, the wrong sex, the wrong colour, never mind having the wrong views. Plus, I'm not famous enough to offset that. So I wrote to the Commissioner, Julia Mackenzie, about this, and she kindly replied. And to my point that Radio 4 comedy output is quite one-sided, in that there is very little diversity of opinion, Julia said that their output is diverse, and the most important thing is whether the idea is funny or not. And she listed various shows that they'd commissioned in the last year that show the output is diverse, citing among others Geoff Norcott. People always cite Geoff Norcott. I love Geoff, who doesn't? He's a good friend. But because he's open about the fact that he once voted Tory, putting Geoff on your channel has become a bit like politicians getting themselves photographed next to somebody from an ethnic minority to show that they're not racist. Some of my best friends are Geoff Norcott. Anyway, I drew up a random list of 35 comedians who regularly appeared on Radio 4 in the last year, including all of the names that Julia cited, and I placed them roughly on the political compass. It's not an all-encompassing sample, but it is a fair sample. And please note, I am not criticising any of their comedians for their political views, each to their own. Nor am I criticising any of their comedy. This is a hard enough business as it is without people slagging off your act publicly. I admire people who do well, even if only for the fact that they've done well. I am merely trying to illustrate the diversity of opinion, or lack thereof, on the station. So here is the political compass, and here is that list. And who have we got on it? So we'll start at the top there, and I mentioned Janey because Julia mentioned her, Janey Godley, may she rest in peace. Very far left, progressive, anti-Brexit. We have Nish Kumar, who's left-wing, progressive, anti-Brexit. Mark Steele, very left-wing, progressive, not sure about his views on Brexit. Robin Ince, left-wing, progressive, anti-Brexit. Jessica Fosterskew, left-wing, progressive, not sure where she is on Brexit. Angela Barnes, left-wing, progressive, anti-Brexit. Rosie Jones, left-wing, progressive. Marcus Brigstock, left-wing, progressive, anti-Brexit. Amy Hoggart, left-leaning, progressive, Remainer. Ahir Shah, left-wing, progressive, anti-Brexit. Steve Punt, left-leaning, progressive, anti-Brexit. Laura Lex, left-leaning, progressive, Remainer. Jonathan Pye or Tom Walker, far left, progressive, anti-Brexit. Randy Feltface, real name Heath McIver, left-leaning, progressive, Aussie. Rosie Holt, left-wing, progressive, anti-Brexit. Rachel Parris, left-wing, progressive, anti-Brexit. Ellie Taylor, left-leaning, not sure where she stands on Brexit, but in all probability is opposed to it. Lucy Porter, left-wing, progressive, anti-Brexit. Issy Sooty, left-leaning, progressive, Remainer. Chris McCausland, left-leaning, not sure where he stands on Brexit. Hugh Dennis, left-leaning, progressive, anti-Brexit. Andy Zaltzman, left-leaning, progressive, anti-Brexit. Paul Merton, left-leaning, almost certainly a Remainer. Michael Spicer, left-leaning, anti-Brexit. Laura Smith, left-leaning. Kerry Godleman, left-leaning, progressive, Remainer. Dara O'Brien, left-leaning, progressive, anti-Brexit. Frank Skinner, left-leaning, progressive, not sure where he stands on Brexit. Andrew Hunter-Murray, left-leaning, progressive, Remainer. Garrett Millerick, Garrett's left-wing, but he's pretty libertarian left, I suppose. Not sure where he stands on Brexit. And there are just two on the right. Geoff Norcott, who's right of centre. Geoff voted Leave. And Simon Evans, who didn't vote because he was out of the country, but he says he would have voted Remain. And they're standing out there like lone trees in an enormous parking lot in some shopping centre backwater, and they're saying that that parking lot is an arboretum. If you were to use a larger sample of 70 or 100 comedians, there would be way more on the left, and I cannot think of any on the right who spring to mind. So it's even more imbalanced if you use a larger sample. And note that both Simon and Jeff are pretty laissez-faire. There's not one voice from the authoritarian right, what a fascist actually is, even if these days anyone to the right of Jeremy Corbyn is a fascist. Though, it must be said, the authoritarian right voice is not one you commonly hear in the arts anywhere. The libertarian worldview is, of course, totally unrepresented, as per usual. So to conclude, BBC Radio Comedy is badly biased. It is in no way representative of the views of the country. It has no idea that it is biased, and there is no sign of it changing anytime soon. And then it wonders why it's hemorrhaging listeners. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this useful. I'll be back with another video very soon. Please subscribe to the channel. And needless to say, my wonderful idea did not get commissioned, but this is an annual event for me. So there we go.